Looks like Jenny from the block has a lot of internet discourse to own up to. So J.Lo has a habit for being a bit of a diva. Well, actually she's got a habit for being a big diva. Once upon a time, she had somebody fired for just being a fan. Bray Dodage happened to be cleaning J.Lo's hotel room in Germany during her 2012 world tour. Now, as a big fan of the pop star, Bray tried to ask the star for an autograph, only to have two of her assistants stop her. Soon after, our poor girl was out of a job and she knew why. A day after the incident, the cleaning company that had employed her at the hotel called and said Ms. Lopez complained. This was all said in an interview with the Daily Star. The former staff member said, "I was fired right there on the phone because of an autograph." On the flip side, J.Lo herself did deny the claims with one single tweet saying, "Come on, thought you knew me better than this. Would never get anyone fired over an autograph." Which, like, sure. If that isn't enough to prove J.Lo's awful behavior, how about this next story? An old interview has resurfaced, and it's one where she wasn't speaking too well about her fellow colleagues in the industry. This is what she had to say about two major stars at the time. In terms of Gwyneth Paltrow, tell me what she's been in. I swear to God, I don't remember anything she was in. Some people get hot by association. I heard more about her and Brad Pitt than I ever heard about her work, which is kind of funny when you look at their acting careers today. When asked about Madonna, she said, "Do I think she's a great performer? Yeah. Do I think she's a great actress? No. Acting is what I do, so I'm harder on people when they say, 'Oh, I can do that, I can act.' I'm like, hey, don't spit on my craft." The funny thing about this is that Jennifer said this after only having Selena and Anaconda under her belt for her acting career, so I think that's kind of embarrassing, and I'm kind of glad that she got called out. According to several of J.Lo's former staff members, she earned herself the nickname Pay Low because she paid her staff around 50% less than they could make elsewhere. This rumor's been going on since like 2003. Back then, Jennifer was spotted in Vegas with Ben Affleck, because that's back when they were dating the first time. The pair had a big win because it's Vegas, and Ben was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tip the dealer a nice tip, $2,000. But before he could actually give over the generous reward, J.Lo snatched up the cash and swapped it for just $200 instead. So why does Jennifer pay her staff so little? She's like, "I had to work hard to earn my money, so should everybody else." Yeah, but also inflation. This is so embarrassing for her. Like, if she had to work hard to earn money, shouldn't she try to help make it easier for others since she knows how hard it is? It's just very entitled behavior, and it's really gross. And that isn't the end of the diva behavior rumors. In 2002, J.Lo starred in the romantic comedy Made in Manhattan, so she had to go all over the world promoting the romantic comedy, and when she landed in London, she had people talking about her demands. Because when promoting the movie, she had a couple of interesting encounters with the hotel staff. Deja vu. She stayed at the Metropolitan Hotel, and that's where a lot of folks were like, okay, diva behavior. The staff was amazed by her lavish and extravagant demands, because apparently it was to a level that they had never seen before. Allegedly, she requested that the hotel staff provide her with thousands of pounds of lemon-scented candles. Also, apparently she only travels in style, even when it's a short distance, so she had 7 limousines escort her to lunch at a place that was only like 200 yards away. In 2012, reports surfaced that Jenny from the block demanded that staff working for her make no eye contact or speak with her. While having work done on her San Fernando Valley home at the time, she demanded that no helpers, no drivers, no contractors have any interactions with her. Granted, these rumors were never confirmed, and allegedly, when she's flying first class, she doesn't want anybody bothering her, not even the flight attendant, even though that's like their job. One time, somebody offered her a drink and she refused to acknowledge them. She said to her assistant instead, "Please tell him I'd like a Diet Coke and lime." Once again, none of this has obviously been confirmed, but it like doesn't do anything to help with that whole diva image. So now, if you didn't know, earlier this year, Jennifer released her documentary on Amazon Prime called This Is Me Now, a love story, which gave a behind-the-scenes look into her album This Is Me Now and the accompanying movie The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Also, there was supposed to be a tour, but that didn't happen for reasons. So some fans who watched all of the media took to socials being like, "Hey, we think you're lying about stuff." So in one scene, Jennifer poses in the mirror of her personal gym, she shakes out her hair, and she's reminiscing about her childhood in the Bronx. She said, "I like taking my hair like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block, crazy little girl who used to be effing wild, no limits, all dreams." But here's the thing. TikTok user Photos by Angela slammed the star in a series of videos because she's like, "I went to the same Catholic school as J.Lo." So she accused J.Lo of lying about her experience living in the Bronx. She was like, "We both attended an all-girls high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood. You weren't running up and down the block." This isn't the first round of lies for J.Lo. She's been long accused of not actually singing on her albums, and singer Natasha Ramos took to TikTok to shed light on this rumor. So Natasha, who has a voice pretty similar to J.Lo's, was hired to sing the demo of Jenny from the Block, and the production team liked her voice so much that they asked her to record 5 more songs for the album This Is Me Then, including the single I'm Glad. So Natasha received $3,500 and a lead backup singer's credit. However, as she claims, and as the original demo demonstrates, it's her voice that appears in the final track. And not only in the choruses, it's her laugh and her yelling from the Bronx. J.Lo only really sings in the verse. J.Lo is kinda notorious for stealing from other artists, and it's kinda crazy. J.Lo technically caught her big break back in 1997 when she starred as the late Latin pop singer Selena in the biography of the same name. And after that, J.Lo ventured into music. Her demo was picked up by music exec Tommy Mottola and Sony Music, and she dropped her debut album, On the 6th, in summer of 1999. One big hit from the album was If You Had My Love, but that got a lot of backlash, specifically from R&B singer Shantae Moore. Moore had a near-identical song called If I Gave Love, which was recorded a year prior in 1998. Both of these songs were written and produced by Rodney Jerkins, and it's been said that Lopez's then-boyfriend Diddy pressured Jerkins to write a near-identical song for her. And this isn't where all the stealing and thieving ends, folks. Using background vocals, like we mentioned earlier, it's not uncommon in the music industry, but the issue is that J.Lo has passed many vocals from other singers as her own, so committing fraud. Songs like Play and the I'm Real remix feature prominent reference track vocals from Christina Milian and Ashanti, Jennifer and Ja Rule's music video for the I'm Real remix. To break it down, instead of J.Lo re-recording the song, she just left the demo vocals on the song and she failed to credit anybody. She's also stolen or attempted to steal from like Usher, Brandy Norwood, Mariah Carey, and many more. Not only that, but J.Lo has been accused of lip-syncing during live performances on multiple occasions. In 2021, fans took to social media during her American Music Awards performance to express their disappointment, claiming that her vocals didn't match the studio version of her song On My Way. Similar accusations surfaced in 2014 during her performance on American Idol, when a lot of folks were like, "You're lip-syncing." She was singing I Love You Poppy, by the way. Jennifer Lopez had her former co-star Ryan Guzman fake his relationship status to hype up their movie almost 10 years ago, so claims his ex-girlfriend, who was kind of with him at the time. Melanie Iglesias called out J.Lo on the No Chaser podcast for how she claims Jen acted during the Boy Next Door press run, alleging that J.Lo would hold hands with Ryan at after parties and act like they were an item, but she knew full well he had a real-life girlfriend. So the model says she even met Jennifer at an award show while she was dating Ryan, claiming she gave her an awkwardly firm handshake and an intimidating once-over. Something Melanie says was disappointing, because at the time she viewed J.Lo as a hero. Melanie also pointed out when Ellen DeGeneres directly asked on her show, "Doesn't he have a girlfriend?" J.Lo played dumb, claiming she didn't know. J.Lo faced backlash after revealing she was unhappy about sharing the stage with fellow artist Shakira at the 2020 Super Bowl. The duo took the stage by storm at the iconic annual halftime show, with their history-making performance attracting tons of praise from fans and celebrities worldwide. But it turns out that despite the evident success of the joint performance, J.Lo wasn't too pleased with the NFL's decision to have her and Shakira take the stage together, admitting in a Netflix documentary, Halftime, that she thought it was the worst idea in the world. Shortly after J.Lo's comments began surfacing online, fans called her out for her entitled attitude, arguing that regardless of the time constraints, the duo still put on a pretty iconic show. And finally for today, J.Lo says that the craziest rumor she's ever heard about herself was that she was born as a small Guatemalan man. Yeah, so she once recalled the story in an interview. "I've never said this, but one time a makeup artist brought this article that he found, and the article was about how I was actually a small Guatemalan man and how I transformed myself into J.Lo. And it had like a detailed description of the surgeries I went through, including something to make myself taller, the whole wig, and painfully putting each hair in. It was crazy. It was bizarre." Well, that's all for today, folks. See ya!